Hola gente, what's up guys? So today I wanted to walk you through the steps I took to achieve this makeup and hair for a white dress. These are extra loose curls and a coppery gold eye look and lip look as well. It adds that extra something, you know, that pop of color to a white outfit.
Between concrete walls, there's a place for us. I wanna go, do you wanna follow?
Alright, so I'm started with my foundation already on just because I've been using the same exact foundation in the last few makeup videos and I feel that can get a little bit repetitive and boring, but this is the True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation by L'Oreal in the shade number 4. I love it. It is so natural and buildable. And on my lips, I have the Too Faced Lip Injection, just so that while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, my lips plump up a little bit. Just zoomed you guys in a little bit so that you can see better. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer in the shade medium. I'm gonna add also a little bit more of concealer into my mobile lid because it has that sticky texture, which is perfect to really grab onto eyeshadow. Next, I'm gonna do my brows with the Maybelline Brow Precise Voluminizer. Every time I'm doing this, all I can think of is thank you, Mama, for advising me not to plaque my eyebrows in the 90s, where thin, very extra thin eyebrows were in. And now being almost 40, 38 actually, I still have something to play with. Alright, so next we are going to sculpt and glow with the Natasha Denona Sculpt and Glow palette. I am particularly in love with this line over here, which are the cream products. So I'm going to take this brush, which is from the iconic London HD set, and I'm dipping it right there inside the contour cream. I actually want to know where the natural hollows of my cheekbones would be, because my face is kind of puffy and swollen because of all the Christmas overeating, and then I kind of move it a tiny bit upwards, the line, and buff it upwards for a more lifting effect.
I won't get close to your heartache if you won't open your door. I'm feeling kind of lost when you're...
And now I'm going to sharpen my jawline. Now I'm going to take this Face Glow Cream Shimmer and put it on the higher points of my cheeks, where my skull bends right here in the forehead. Now I'm going in with the tiniest amount of the Japanese pressed powder right here. And with that, I'm only going to set a little bit this area where I applied concealer before. I'm basically mattifying those areas where glowing actually looks a little bit greasy. And down the line, I tend to be a little bit greasy on my T-zone, so this kind of prevents that. And this also kind of helps blur out the pores on this area. For blush, Benefit Cha-Cha Tint, liquid, beautiful. A little bit on my temples, nose. And now before I zoom in to show you what I'm gonna do in my eyes, I wanna do something with my décolletage area and particularly my collarbones. So I'm gonna go in with this contour sculpting powder in the same palette, and I like to do like so and kind of go in the hollows, kind of accentuating that natural shade.
Kinda lost when your mind is hiding.
And now I'm going in with this all over glow shimmer powder over the collarbone.
I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking.
Ooh, do you see that? a little bit on my shoulders, just in case this lid slips. At least it looks nice. And now for my eyes, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Mothership Sublime Bronze Ambition eyeshadow palette. At first, I'm going to use a little bit of the contour sculpting powder in the Natasha Sculpt and Glow as a transition shade, because the one matte shade that is in the Pat McGrath one is a little bit too dark for a transition shade. I guess that's the only downside that I see of this one palette. And now I'm kind of debating myself what to do. I feel like gold looks amazing with a white dress, but also this nice coppery terracotta, almost red shimmery shade right here is actually very flattering for blue eyes. This one's tough. I think I'm gonna go in with this one, Illicit, and then add a pop of champagne gold.
All out of me. Let it all out of me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget about what's wrong.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? And now I'm going to put a little pop of Guilt Trip in the middle, in the center of my top lid.
What's wrong? Let it all
Oh, just gonna blend things out a little bit. And now I'm going to add a little bit more depth with this one right here, which is called Throw-In Shade. Just tapping it gently on my outer
If you
V.
want, open your door. If that's what you want, then baby, try to believe me when I say.
And now a little bit of Throw-In Shade to line the outer area of my bottom lash line. Illicit, which is that champagne gold shade in the inner corner. And now I'm going to line the outer section of my eyes using this Rimmel London Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in rich brown. I'm just kind of following an invisible line and extending it outside the lash line. And because it is brown and not black, it gives me more definition without it looking too harsh. And we're almost done. Are we liking this? Are we not? Let me know in the comments below. And I'm going to brush my eyelash extensions for this step. Of course, you would apply some type of mascara. On my bottom lashes, I'm going to go in with Benefit They're Real in the shade God Knows. Now on my lips, I kind of feel that I should give you guys a couple of options. I have this one, which is Naturally Transformed by MAC, and also by MAC this one right here, that is the CB96, which is gorgeous. I feel both would go really well because both shades are kind of in my eyes already. So how about I show you guys both? Let's start with the matte one. So that is that one, the Naturally Transformed. It has kind of a hint of yellow undertone, and it goes really well with this eye makeup. Kind of mutes your lips. This one is not a bad alternative at all. It is in orange with hints of gold, which is exactly the combo that we have going on our eyes. So let's try the CB96. I'm sure you've seen me do this a million times before, but I really like to blur out the lines for a more natural finish. You should try this. It just makes any lipstick shade, even the boldest one, a lot more wearable. Really like this. So what I'm gonna do next is see what I can come up with regarding my hair. So let's see, I'm gonna start by detangling my hair using my Tangle Teaser, always really slowly detangling from the ends and then moving upwards. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do first is add a little bit of volume to the roots. Using my Tangle Teaser, I'm basically going to tease the root area. And while my curling wand heats up, I'm going to add a little bit of Nuxe Huile Prodigieuse Heure, which is basically a shimmery oil that's made in France. And I'm just going to apply a little bit here on my cleavage or my décolletage. Do you guys notice that? All right, so here's the plan. I'm going to grab a few very big chunks of hair and add some movement to the ends, only to the ends, and again, just very loose movement, not even curls, like movement. If they get a little bit too tight, I will kind of undo them later, away from the face. And same for my bangs. That looks more festive. Totally forgot to mention, but I use Olaplex number 7 as my heat protectant. Alright, so here it is. Not too curly, not too straight. I really like how this looks. Just a little bit of movement for that extra night glamour. And that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it helped you in some way. If it did, there's a few things you can do to help me out that are absolutely 100% free for you guys, such as subscribing, liking, commenting down below, or shopping through my links. I hope you guys have an amazing end of 2019 and of course beginning of 2020. I am sure next year we're all going to be inviting great things into our lives because we're so deserving of all those great things. Thanks for being here and for putting up with me throughout 2019, and I will talk to you all again on my next one.